Welcome back to my channel, Ragamuffins. My name is Raggy Rog, and today I am bringing you a tier list in which I take all of the mascot little critter companions from all of your favorite Disney movies, and I determine whether or not I would want to have them around as my personal sidekick. So, we know the trope, there'll be like a little animal sidekick in most of the Disney movies there to be as kind of like a talking piece for the main character to reflect upon. So you've got like Pascal, Sebastian, Hey, you've got these characters put in place whose role is to be spoken to by the protag so that we can kind of get some insight into how the protagonist is feeling without them seeming crazy for talking to themselves. That's really what they're here for. But they are lovable and here for a multitude of reasons, in fact. And we love some not so much. But yeah, I'm going to be determining whether or not I would want any of them as a sidekick for me. So say I live my life day to day, but these characters are just there with me, doing their thing, being their best self. Would I consider them to be the perfect sidekick? Would I consider them to be quite useful? Would I have no strong feelings? Would they be annoying as hell? Or would they be so bad that I would just completely ditch them? Would I get rid of them somehow? Anyways, just in order of how we see them, let's just get on with it. I am going to say that Pascal, front and center, is just a perfect sidekick, okay? He does not take up a lot of space. He looks after himself. If I didn't want him around, he could make himself pretty much invisible, so that's pretty good. As for Sebastian, I am going to say that he is annoying as hell. He is not completely useless, but he's pretty annoying. He might be the naggiest on this whole list today. I wouldn't want to be doing my day-to-day and having Sebastian come up to me and be like, hey, you've got to do the dishes tonight too, remember? Don't forget that. I feel like that's something he would do. And I would just be like, okay, thanks. You can go now, Sebastian. Thank you. So yeah, that's how I feel about Sebastian. Then we have Raja, and Raja would be pretty useful. I'm not going to say he's a perfect sidekick. There'd probably be some detriments to having a giant tiger with you, but, you know, I can think of a few uses for having a tiger around. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, if only for my entertainment, I'm going to say that Hey would be quite useful. I'm not going to say he's a perfect sidekick because he would actually be a liability most of the time. I wouldn't want to be like mowing the lawn or something and worry about Hey walking under the blades while I'm working. And I feel like he would do that. Then we have Gus from Cinderella, and Gus, I don't really have any strong feelings about him. Like, he's a mouse, and he's also like a total glutton as well. So like, he might try to steal my food, but he's just like one little mouse. If anything, he would just be like a problem because I've got cats, so that might be a problem. But otherwise, yeah, it's all good. Then we've got like, this is like the birds. So I'm just gonna say it's like all the little critters from the forest in Sleeping Beauty, and I would ditch that. Like, if I want an animal companion, I want, like, one, maybe two. I don't want, like, a whole legion of animals following me. Doesn't matter if they're cute. I don't want it, like, to be the guy with, like, 16 birds following me around singing all day. That'd be weird. Then we, exactly the same story, all the critters from Snow White. These ones are probably worse, because, like, when they're cleaning the house, they need direction. They're like licking the plates clean, and Snow White's like, put them in the tub. And it's like, oh my god, I will do it myself. Get out of the house. Then we have Sven, and Sven would be pretty useful. It'd be pretty useful to have a reindeer, I think. Feeding him would probably be a pain, probably. Like, I'd have to look after him, you know. Owning a reindeer would be a pretty big commitment. So, but I'm gonna say it'd be quite useful. Mushu, that'd be annoying as hell. Like, something about the talking animals is just... it doesn't help them any that they can talk. And it's like, I feel like Mushu would make a better buddy than a sidekick companion. Like, if Mushu wanted to come around and we could play, like, Smash together, that'd be cool. It'd be great. It'd be fun. But as, like, a, hang out with me situation all the time, every day, and help me get through stuff. And, like, Mushu does not handle situations like I do. Like, I'd be like trying to file my taxes, and he'd be like, hey, yo, just add another 0 to that one. And I'd be like, no, get out, please. So yeah, probably very annoying. And then it's got Beast on here, and it's like, I wouldn't consider him like a sidekick or a critter. Would I want him around? I'm just gonna say I have no strong feelings. There's a lot you could say one way or the other about Beast. Then you got Ray from the Princess and the Frog Princess. He'd be perfect, actually, because, like, okay, Ray is a cool dude. He is deceptively smart. He is useful as hell, very helpful, like, and if I told him, like, hey, yo, Ray, I just need some quiet time right now, he'd be like, no problem, and he'd just shut up and leave me alone. He'd probably turn his ass off and everything. It'd be great. And in the same breath, like, oh no, I've lost my keys. Where are they? I think they fell behind the armchair or something. And he'd be like, no problem, I'll help you. And he'd, like, just fly behind the sofa and turn his light on and look for them. He wouldn't even expect me to go and get them. He'd just be like, yo, I found them. And he'd bring them to me. I'd like to have Ray around all the time. The raccoon from Pocahontas. I can't remember its name, sorry, but I think it'd be annoying. I have yet to encounter a raccoon here in Canada because I'm from Australia and those aren't a thing over there. I feel like when I find a raccoon, it'll be like the most exciting thing ever, but I feel like based on what I know about the trash panda, he would probably be more of a liability than anything, and I'm pretty sure in Pocahontas he kind of is that as well. So there. Abu from Aladdin. He'd be pretty useful. A little kleptomaniac monkey. He'd be a bit of a liability too, though, actually. So I'm gonna put him down in no strong feelings. Like, I can see how he would be useful, because I'd be like, hey, Abu, we need food. If you find any, that'd be great. And he would find food for me, and it'd be great. But then he would also go and do that kind of thing when I don't want him to. So there'd be a problem. So yeah. Then we have Olaf. And I'm going to say quite useful. Like, Olaf kind of annoys me a little bit. But I feel like, similar to Ray, I could be like, Olaf, I need like 10 minutes. Can you just buzz off? And he'd be like, okay. Like, we see in like the shorts and everything from the Frozen series too that Olaf actually is really good at just entertaining himself, so that'd be pretty cool. So if I need someone to do something simple for me, I could be like, Olaf, I need you to do XYZ, and he'd be like, I can do that. Next on the list we have Cricky from Mulan, and Cricky, perfect sidekick, for the reason that he would not take up any space, he would not be any trouble, and he's lucky. Apparently he's lucky. That's his whole shtick. So it doesn't really cost me anything, time, energy, or money to have him around, and I get good luck from it, so why not? Then we have Scuttle, and I would ditch Scuttle. This guy spouting off misinformation every chance he gets. Also, being obnoxious. I have enough obnoxious people in my life, and I like those ones. I don't need any more obnoxious people in my life, let alone an obnoxious bird singing and dancing and making a fool of himself. I'm sorry, Scuttle. You're a nice guy. Stay away. I just don't want you as a friend. Comment down below if you disagree. Then we have Flounder, and I think Flounder would be kind of annoying. He's kind of a liability. He's definitely kind of a crybaby. Ariel's constantly having to reassure this guy that, like, oh, it's going to be safe. And maybe that reflects on how irresponsible Ariel is in her movies. But, like, any decision I make, I don't want Flounder being there being like, oh, are you sure this is a good idea? Like, I don't need anyone making me second guess myself. So go away, Flounder. Nah. Then we have Puta? Puta, I think his name is, from Moana. And I'm not going to say he's... No, you know, he's just perfect sidekick. Because this thing, like, unlike some of the others, it is totally just an animal. It can't talk, but it looks after itself, right? Like, okay, Moana loses it in the ocean, and it almost drowns, and she has to... Like, she almost drowns trying to save it. But that's on her. I would not take a pig into the ocean. That's stupid. As for me, if I wanted Puta around, as long as he stays small and cute like that, I think he'd be perfect. Then we got Lewis from the Frog Princess, and Lewis, no strong feelings. I like Lewis. He is an excellent trumpet player. He's got a great personality. He is also an alligator, and he's also like 600 kilos. So, no thanks. Alright? I'm just going to say no strong feelings. If he wants to come around for dinner sometime and play his trumpet, make it happen. But we're not hanging out every day. And then, lastly, I'm sorry I don't know this mouse's name, but the counterpart to Gus Gus, The red mouse from Cinderella, same story as Gus Gus. No strong feelings. He's a mouse. Unlike Gus Gus, this guy's not so fat, but he is still a mouse. He's still going to try and steal my crackers and cheese and whatever else he can get his mitts on. But whatever, I'll coexist, it's all good. In any case, everybody, these have been my determinations for would I want them as a sidekick based on all the critters we know and love from various Disney movies, and Beast for some reason. If you enjoyed the video today, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe. Also, hit the bell icon so you can get instant updates and share it with your friends as well. As always, Ragamuffins, thank you so much for watching the video today. I will see you next time. Have a good one.